it's just wicked, man. Just wicked to still be making music.
Hey Luke, I heard you spent quite a while in Berlin. What's your connection to this city?
Yeah, no, Berlin was quite a big inspiration for the record in a way. I mean, I think wherever you work, the place seeps in a lot. And I'd spent a lot of time, I always made records in like London with the boys, or we did quite a lot in America. And we wanted to do something European. We were quite, you know, after Brexit and all that, we just wanted to be like, you know, let's just get to Europe. So we wanted to, and then Berlin, we've always had a good connection here with, you know, the music and just the vibe. And I thought, you know what, it's like Berlin, it's quite known for turning like, I don't know, like negative and ugly things into beautiful things. Every time I come here, I felt that, and maybe I felt like, you know, maybe I needed a bit of fixing, turn me beautiful again. So I came here, did some sessions, and I did one day with Tobias Kuhn, who you guys know very well. And we wrote a song in like one day, and then I just started coming back here all the time. And unfortunately, because of the coronavirus, we wanted to make the whole record here, but the guys didn't make it over, so we did some remote stuff. But I think Berlin, yeah, it just had a big impact on. It's quite a free place, you know. The pressure goes a little bit when you're here. I think it's kind of a cool anti-commercial thing here as well, which I like. Just in the sense it's just a little bit more free, and that was inspiring.
So, Milky Chance, what's your connection to Luke and the Kooks?
We met first on a festival in South Africa a couple of years ago. First time that we shared a stage, and then there was quite a gap in between, and then we met in London again, and then it was like okay.
Great show.
Yes.
They played Brixton Academy just around the corner from me.
Yeah, that was a nice evening. That was first time when we shared like bottles. You started working with Tobias, who we've been working with. Well, we did 2 albums with him, so there was a connection. And then, I mean, in London we were already talking about, you know, like we should do something together in the future. And then, actually, but the funny thing is, on that song, we never been together in one room, right?
No,
we couldn't manage.
we couldn't.
We couldn't manage that. But
it worked out still.
Yeah,
which is great.
Yeah,
it feels like we were in the room.
That's true. Well, we're in the room now.
We're in the room now.
But yeah, that was yeah our history, like how we got to know each other.
And
but I mean, of course, like
love.
musically.
Yeah, I mean, we know their music for a long time, and yeah, mutual love. I think we both admire each other's music, and it was clear that we would love to work with each other.
You are singing Beautiful World together. How did that happen?
We just added the verse.
Yeah, I mean, no, fair enough. Like Luke and Toby wrote the song, and I think they came when they presented us. It was very well done, and we loved it already because I guess the bridge was really Tobias. I think that because he had worked with us for 2 albums, so he quite knew our music and how we work, and he had almost, I don't know to what point, but
yeah, totally.
He worked with you for quite a while, so I think he was the perfect bridge to musically like combine these worlds of like.
Yeah, we were chasing, you know, we were chasing your sound. Started out and we were like, this is so Milky Chance. Like,
that's funny though, right? Because
and we were like, we were ripping them off, like actually just getting them on it.
How do you feel about singing a song like Beautiful World in times like these?
An approach to it is that it is kind of a dirty, fucked up place, but I really love it because, as you said, people living here kind of have an approach of it to make it something beautiful and like enjoy it together, and very community, and like also like the unity of like a lot of people from all over the world like being together. I think that sums up the same thing for the world. It is at parts a very fucked up place and dirty, and it gets very harsh and sad. But I think communities and like being together makes it a thing to enjoying being together and also have a fun and like hopeful experience of it. And I think that's really what that song should make us all feel.
You know, it's like great to sing "It's a Fucked Up World" all together, you know. But I, you know, the beginning of the song for me was because my wife was pregnant, and it's, you know, he's my first son. And I was like, you know, how do you explain to your kid like the kind of injustice and the difficulties in the world, and it's your decision to bring life into the world in a sense. I mean, maybe, you know, well, they didn't choose, and so I just was, for me, it's just that kind of trying to find the hope in, and the new life, and the hope in the chaos that's going on, and in the song as well, the feeling that I get from it is, you know, let's look after it. It doesn't have to be paradise, but yeah, we gotta keep the hope, keep the faith, you know.
Sustainability is a very complicated word and a big topic. How do you feel about it?
We're primarily musicians, right? So we want to do music, we want to go on tour, we want to play concerts. And that generally is not very sustainable. We still want to like try and make steps towards changing it. And so all you try really is like to be patient and like make steps and not give up just because some things won't work, because obviously there's a lot of dependency on other institutions, people, because it's also not just us as a band. Like, for example, a big part of the emissions is also the fan traveling and all that like includes like all the different parts of travel and, you know, like different parts of societies where, like, again, we're just one little piece. But so yeah, I guess the difficult part is to be like, keep going and don't be too hard with yourself, but stay on trying and like having the little changes, let them grow and have impact in a way, if that makes sense.
Milky Chance, you recorded Sad Necessary again in a stripped down version. How did that feel?
It was a lot of fun doing it, brought back a lot of memories, good memories, you know, and like crazy journey, and like also, yeah, like seeing where it all started, where we come from, and where we got, and all that.
And it's actually interesting, like just musically generally, how songs still work. You know, like you write a song 10 years ago and you record it 10 years later and it still feels kind of fresh and works. Like a song, it shows the like eternity of music.
Luke, the first time I saw you playing live was years and years ago. How has your journey as a musician been so far?
It's amazing to get to the stage where you made, like, you know, quite a few records, and yeah, there's lots of times that were difficult, but they kind of make you, you know. And I think it's not for everyone. You know, sometimes I sort of think to myself, like, why would you want that life, you know? And like, you get to that point, but then everything that's positive about it outweighs it. You know, we're so anchored to our first album. It has, especially in the UK, it has such a big, almost like tabloid impact, you know. And that was something that I feel, that version of myself is quite weird now. I look back and I'm like, you know, it's just wicked, man, just wicked to still be making music.